to Operations Management course. In this lecture, we will learn material requirement planning. The second topic is what MRP is. MRP is defined as a dependent demand technique that uses a bill of materials, inventory, expected receipts, and a master production schedule to determine material requirements. The key to dependent demand is the bill of materials. The bill of material is the blueprint of a product that spells out what parts are necessary to make a product. It also defines how a component should be put together. With this information handy, the assembler can coordinate the process of procurement and production schedule. Bill of materials. Bill of materials look like ladder or genealogy. It consists of parent level items and their children level items. It gives a list of components, ingredients, or materials needed to make a product. Let us take an example in the next slide so that we can understand this specifically. Let me read this bill of materials example. Sound Good System packages high fidelity components for online order. Components for the premium speaker kit, Amazing Speaker, include 2 standard speakers kits and 3 speaker kits with amp booster. Each B consists of 2 speakers, Ds, and 2 shipping boxes and an installation kit. Each of the 3 300-watt speaker kits has 2 speakers boosters and 2 installation kits. Each speaker booster includes 2 speakers and 1 amp booster. The total for each Amazing speaker is 4 standard 12-inch speakers and 12 speakers with an amp booster. Given the above information, construct a bill of materials structure and explore the requirements. So if you have this kind of information, you want to draw a bill of materials step by step and find out what's going into the bill of materials. So let's draw it together. If you explode the product structure, it will look like this. The immediate level under Awesome Speaker A is parts B and C. And notice that one Awesome Speaker requires 2 Bs and 3 Cs. That's why we write this 2 as a subscript and 3 as a subscript of C. They are standard 12-inch speaker kits. To make one speaker, you now need 2 Bs and 3 Cs. The subscript beside B and C indicate the number of parts needed in making the product. Now let us zoom into Bs. B require 2 components, E and D. It's not shown here, so D and E here. And you need 2 Ds and 2 Es, and subscript 2 and E are right besides the E and D. Indicates that 1 B requires 2 Es, 1 B requires 2 Ds. Similarly, C has next level E and F, and F has G and D, and these subscripts are representing the number of parts required for F. For example, 1 F requires 2 Ds, and 1 G requires 2 F. 1 F requires 1 G. So that's written here, and this is called bill of materials. Now, let me ask you this question. How many Bs do you need to make 50 awesome speakers? On your left side, the bill of materials say that you need 2 Bs to make 1 A. To make 50 As, therefore, you should multiply it by 2 because 1 A requires 2 Bs. So 2 times 50 As will give you 100. So you need to have 100 Bs right there. What about Cs? How many Cs do you need? 1A requires 3 Cs, therefore 50 As will require 3 times 50, 150. What about E? We know here B, 100 Bs are required. 1 B requires 2 Es, so 100 times 2, that gives you 200. And here's 150, One C requires 2 E's, and we need 150 C's, and multiply by 2, that gives you 300. So on your left side, you have 200. On your right side, you have 300. So if you add them together, then you know that you need 500 E's. In this way, you keep on calculating and find out the number of parts you need for this product. Let me ask you one more question. If a customer ordered 300 speakers, how many D's do you need? Now you have 300 instead of 50, then how many D's do you need? Notice that on your left you have D's, on your right you have D's too, and you have to look at the ratio and calculate that all the way down. So let's look at D here. 2 times number of B's plus 2 times number of F's, right? So 2 times number of B's plus 2 times number of F's. And since we have ordered 300, so how many B's do we need? We have 600 B's here. 600 times 2D, that's 1200. And on your right side, now how many F's do you need? So 300 times 3 give you 900, and 900 times 2 give you 1800. 1800 times 2 give you 3600. So we have 3600 plus 2 times 600, that's 3200. So add them up and you will have the number, and the answer is 4,800 to make 300 speakers. So in this way, you can calculate that. This looks like simple, however, in reality can get really complicated, and that's why we are learning MRP.